Let me make sure this shit is working. I always gotta check my fucking what's name, because sometimes things don't even be responsive. But good evening is gray matter, so I'm here to have a little discussion about the concept of the provider man. I believe personally that this shit is a farce. I look at it as a fool's errand. Shit is a scam, but it is what it is, right? Because I can give plenty of examples of why it'll be negative for you, but I'm gonna make this shit in response to something that Angry Man said in his stream. And don't get me wrong, he was cooking for the most part. There's some things that I disagree with, like the whole you can't be pro-black if you dating a white chick. Makes no sense to me because the dude grew up black, he was born black, lived around black folk, experienced black issues. He has a right to talk about black shit. I'm just gonna be honest here. Unless you're on some Umar Johnson shit, talking about snow bunnies and everything else, or marrying black and raising kids black. That's different. But if you're just talking about black issues and people are saying he can't say nothing because he's married to a white woman, that's crazy to me. But hey, you can say I misunderstand that point. That was just a small topic, small section. That's not even what I want to talk about. I'm getting back to the whole being a provider shit. Because the angry man here is talking about what women had to say about men. And I'm going to be blunt. Every time I listen to a woman talk about a man, I immediately dismiss her. Immediately. I'm at that point now. I was actually having a conversation with my coworker. And I was wondering if I was getting too bitter, if I was getting too cold, too uncaring, too emotionless. No, he feels the same way. Shit's a scam. Stop catering to what these women are fucking talking about. I'm gonna be honest here. Well, let's hear what Angry Man has to say.
When these women, and it ain't just black women, when these women, mostly black women, when they get up here and they complain about the shit you niggas can't do, and they talk about the shit they wish you niggas would do, they talking about the shit that I actually do.
And let's just be blunt here. Angry Man is literally like in the 10th percentile of the population. The majority of men here are not hitting mid to upper six figures or millions of dollars to billions of dollars. Not saying that it's impossible. I'm not saying you should not work towards that goal, but the bar is steep. I'm just going to be blunt here, because later he's going to discuss women wanting their men to have six figures. And ironically, we compared them saying that about men to men complaining about women not being hoes out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't get how that's a correlation. But when he talks about that, I'll get to that part. But you have men, many men. I'm in this group of men, my damn self, with all the fucking work I'm doing. These dudes is out here driving forklifts. They out here unloading trucks. They're out here doing all this hard fucking labor. They're some of them working 2 jobs and got a side hustle and shit. They're busting their ass just to have to move back in with their fucking parents, right? And then say they don't move back in with their parents and they're with their woman, and their woman has to work just to, help stabilize everything. She's going to complain about that shit. And then she's going to turn around and go online and talk about what men ain't doing. Doesn't matter if you're paying the majority of the bills. Doesn't fucking matter. She's screaming online because y'all ain't get to go on a trip to Hawaii or some shit. Like, I've talked about this in the past already. When you just got a girlfriend, she's mad that you ain't getting married, and that's because she wants to establish dominance over you. She wants to have fucking leverage. That's what that leverage is about. But then you get into the marriage and she wants you to retire her. Basically, she wants a damn slave that she can order around and boss around. That's essentially what the fuck this shit is. All right, we can talk about patriarchy and everything, but after feminism and after generations of young women, especially black women, being taught that men ain't shit, black men ain't shit, we're long gone from that. And I'm not the first man to say that. But let's continue with this.
That's really the thing. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. That's the shit niggas used to talk. Niggas used to talk that I'm a man and I do this and I do that.
Yeah, they bragged about it, but all that shit that a man is supposed to do is just societal bullshit that was placed on our shoulders. You're not a man unless you're giving somebody something. You do something for yourself, you're selfish. Being selfless, that's the real man. They don't care about you though. Just let's be real here.
Used to talk that shit. Do y'all, any of y'all that's been around long enough, do y'all remember that shit? Do y'all remember how niggas used to talk that big bank shit? Niggas used to talk that big D energy shit. Like they used to talk that shit until they realized that your bank ain't as big as you thought it was.
I mean, that's two different economies we're dealing with.
That used to be what niggas used to do. They used to run their mouth. They used to try to flex until the niggas that can really flex started flexing. Once the niggas that could really flex start flexing, they got quiet. They stopped talking about accomplishments. You notice that? They stopped talking about accomplishments. They don't want to talk about that. No, they don't. No, they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about accomplishments. Yeah, Jay Jermaine, they was flexing heavy. I do this and I do that. See, they was flexing until Kevin Samuels said, "Show your work. Show your work. Show your work." And then when niggas, and then when the real accomplished people started showing their work, it's like these niggas, the rest of these niggas shrunk. They didn't want to see it no more. At one point, I don't even do it anymore. But at one point, I was flexing so hard in this bitch, niggas was like, "Stop, please."
All he's pretty much proving is that women are going after 10% of the men. He started it off talking about when women talk about what men lack. And then he proceeds to talk about men with the real accomplishments, men with the real money. Kevin Samuels, show your work, etc. Then the people who thought they was doing something, turns out they wasn't doing much compared to these guys right over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just continuously proving the point. Because we're still talking about what the women talk about, right? I know we're still talking about that. He's going to get into it. I don't know how long,
remember when I was
but he
doing the
will.
shoe cam? Where I was like, support the shoe, and I would turn on the camera and show you the kicks that I got?
Yeah, because a lot of men can't afford to just be buying a bunch of shoes and stuff. because a lot of men work a lot of regular jobs, and women don't like men that work regular jobs. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get to the part that I want to get to. That way I can really like discuss what it is that I have to say.
Or be in here with freaking fur coats and
me personally, if I had a fuck ton of money, I wouldn't be buying sneakers and fur coats anyway. I live in Arizona, and that was never my fucking style. That's a whole another thing.
real world, right? In the real world. In the real world, right? The only men that get to poke out their chest and talk their shit are the men that accomplished what they said they were going to accomplish. Now, y'all are lucky that I don't come with that type of energy that Anton come with.
Talking about Anton Daniels.
Anton will flex on y'all niggas all day. He don't give a shit. And I don't know. Maybe that's just the energy being a millionaire gets you. But, nigga, if I was to get up here and really start going at you niggas, it wouldn't be pretty. Because I sit back and I watch what all of the women complain about. How they talk about you niggas lacking.
Yeah. Cause you ain't ballers. Y'all just average working men.
Let me tell you something. You got women that be out here flexing on you niggas. Flexing on you niggas. You want to know the main reason? See, I try not.
I want to know who these women are, because the average woman is saying the same shit. And when you look at the stats, you find out that even still now, with all their degrees, men still make more. It ain't got shit to do with a wage gap. We work the harder jobs. We make the world go round. Without us, it would be a crash in the economy. It would be a crash in the food system. It would be a crash in the trucking system. You wouldn't be getting your products delivered to you without the average working man. And that's the problem that I have when dealing with just the internet in general. And I'm not even talking about Angry Man in like just him. In general, average working man getting zero fucking respect. Zero. I've made countless videos on this shit, and those videos don't seem to be getting big. I'm not even gonna lie. No one seems to be sharing that shit around. This provider shit is a damn scam. It is. Because you're working your ass off and you're trying to provide for a woman that is entitled. She don't even want to be in the house that you provide for her, because in her mind it's not enough. You're lacking. You will work your ass off, get these bills paid. You work your ass off, gotta make this rent. And what is she complaining about? In her mind, you're lacking. She deserves better. And then she starts getting a wandering eye and get to the monkey branch to something that she thinks is better than you. Even though you're really the only man. Because let's just be blunt here. These ballers and these people with all this fucking money and shit, they'll have your woman for a night and be done with her. And because of hypergamy, or her just being an opportunistic bitch, because that's what hypergamy is, she's going to go and open her legs for that dude and allow it to happen. Fuck what you doing. You ain't doing shit. It doesn't matter if you came home from work, chest hurting, body hurting. You just got done doing crazy physical labor out in the hot ass sun. It's late at night now. You want to take a shower and just play a game. She mad you playing the damn video game. Because in her mind, you don't do nothing. Fuck your job. That's just what you're supposed to do. They don't see what you're doing as a gift to them at all, in any way, shape, or form. I have reviewed countless women and their blatant disgust of working men, average men. They hate your ass. They ain't gonna say it. Well, some say it. Some say it very loud and proud. Others, they just keep talking and tell on their damn selves. But they always believe that they can do better than you. Because in their mind, they are better than you. And then we get to talking about women and their complaints and how men are lacking. And then he starts talking about money and all the shoes he got. He's a high-end six-figure earner. Anton is a high-end, but he's a multimillionaire, right? These are 10%, 10%ers. This ain't the majority of men. That's where the dilemma comes in. And you will work your ass off. And if she got to get a part-time job just to pay off, it could be 10% of the bills. Now you're not providing. You don't take care of your woman. That should infuriate you. And then on top of that, especially now with Doge and the information coming out about your taxpayer dollars. So not only is it that you're struggling and dealing with the disrespect of your woman, and I've said this already, but the money that you are making you're getting robbed, bro. You're getting robbed from everything. And then we want to talk about ambition, which he will later discuss. I'm gonna let it play, but we want to talk about ambition and mediocrity. When the American dream was just to have a house, have a car, have a family, have a dog. And you could afford all of that off one job. That one job gave you a pension and you were able to retire at 60. That's how it used to be. Now they raise retirement age to 70, which is damn near the life expectancy. Ironic, right? Considering how they living well past that, but they ain't gotta work hard. They ain't gotta eat the bullshit food we got either. They eating different shit. But I'm not gonna continue talking about this government. Back then, one income was enough. Now you gotta work 2 to 3 jobs. And it's still not enough. You come home beaten up, bruised, battered, damn near defeated, just to hear your woman complain in your ear and nag the fuck out you about what you lack. Earlier in this stream, he was talking about how your woman won't even cook and clean for you because she wants to prove that you don't run shit. You're dealing with all of that and that bullshit ass job and this fucked up ass economy just to get told that you're not meeting the bar, you're not meeting expectations. Yeah.
Not to do shit like this because I don't want to hurt no feelings.
Right?
Right?
And about hurting feelings. All this talk about women flexing on you. Many of them ain't doing it. The majority of the women that are millionaires got their money from their ex-husbands that they divorced. I'm just gonna be blunt here. These chicks ain't really doing it like they say that they're doing it. Let's just be real here. There's plenty of content creators giving the numbers on that shit. So I don't even know why he even brought that up. He was right about the black men holding black women on a pedestal. He was right about black men being raised to be mama's boys. He was right about the way the children are raised. He was right about all of that. He was right about Jasmine Crockett, her Crockett shit theory on the $5,000 and how she don't know how that's gonna help us out. Like, fuck her and the rest of the damn government. But when we talking about men and being providers and setting the bar, you're asking for 10 to 20 years of work from young men. Not angry man specifically, but these women want that shit from dudes in their 20s. Let's continue, man.
I want to help fellas. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but it's too many of you niggas that's too highly critical of me.
Oh no,
You got too much shit to say about me.
he ain't hurting my feelings. I just wanted to point some shit out. I'm cool where
If
I'm at.
women,
I'm already doing what it is that I want to do with myself, or at least I'm on the road to doing it. Okay, when I come home from work, I'm not just sitting on my ass. I got other tasks that I'm doing on the back burner right now that I'm trying to do to get myself in a better position so that I don't be starving and shit. All right, it's better than looking for a second job and being caught in the rat race. It's better than being on the hamster wheel. That's another thing. It's skills that need to be learned. When I say skills, I ain't talking about standard job shit. Cause a lot of a lot of people learn skills just to go and search for another fucking job. You gotta seek to be your own damn boss. That way can't no one be cutting into your check like that. It's a whole nother thing. But just because you ain't your own boss does not mean that you're not a hardworking individual, and it doesn't make you lazy, and it doesn't make you weak or less than. Because once again, with your work ethic now, if you was in the 70s, you would be so well off it wouldn't even be funny. You could have your family, your wife, your kids, your dog, your house. You would have had that shit already in your 20s. With the way I see these men out here working, at least in my circle, everybody I know is working 2 jobs or something, or they gaining skills in some way, shape, or form. But even still, women to say that they're lacking. And if they ain't say it now, they gonna get. I don't want to speak that on them. I don't. But I'm gonna be blunt. A lot of these women out here operate the damn same. I've seen too many men work their ass off to provide for their woman and for their family, only to later just get divorced. And the reason, finances. Wasn't doing enough. Well, really, they just wanted to live a certain type of lifestyle. That's what that shit was about. Or they couldn't be in control. They wanted to control the household.
can outperform you. Right?
Ain't no one outperforming me. You
Or
can't no one do the shit I do the way I do it. Just saying.
cutting up with you niggas. You want to know the main reason, and nobody's gonna tell you this. They're just gonna keep lying to you. They're gonna keep lying to you. Do you want to know the main reason why in the black community you today cannot get the modern black woman to submit to you? You want to know the reason? You want to know the reason? Press 1 if you want to know the reason. And we're going to read the super chats and cash apps in a second. Press 1 if you want to know the reason.
I could think of many reasons, but listen to what he has to
Because
say.
she don't need you for shit.
That's what he has to say. Keep in mind, I can think of many other reasons. She don't need you for shit. Well, no shit. When she's reliant on the damn welfare system, she don't need you for shit. Cause she got the whole fucking government paying them off. We got black women having babies by multiple men just so she can collect a check. Get what I mean? Of course she gonna disrespect you.
She don't need you for a damn thing. She don't need you for shit.
Yeah, cut off that DEI and shit and see how that worked. Cause I actually was watching a video not too long ago. The women that was doing the 4B shit, they realized that they're in financial straits now, and now they talking about getting back with they men. Crazy how that worked. I ain't finna pull up the video. I'll put it in my description.
She don't need you for shit. And that's why they don't got no humility.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'm not finna go into that.
That's why they don't got no humility.
I mean, fuck it. I'm gonna go into it. These women literally grow up without consequences or accountability. Can't no one say nothing to them. Can't no one do nothing. Like they live life in this weird reality where they can do whatever the fuck they want and whatever the fuck they feel like it, and they get rewarded for this shit. Straight up. That's why they act the way they act.
Because if you were in the position of a man, she'd have some humility.
Now it's your fault.
Now, I know what some of you niggas are gonna say, because some of you niggas is smarty art ass niggas. You gonna say, but angry man, if you're talking about being a provider and having money, that doesn't fix anything, because look at, and you'll use some celebrity as an example.
Fuck the celebrities. I seen regular men bust their ass and still get cheated on. I ain't gotta look at a damn celebrity.
But as Meek Mill once say, there's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit, young boy. So my question is, are you dealing with a woman whose social circle is men that make 50,000 a year,
And here's the part I was about to
and
talk
you
about.
make 150?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? If the men that are available to her makes anywhere from 50 to 70,000 a year, and she makes anywhere from 50 to 70,000 a year, and you make 150 to 200,000 a year, she not gonna act a fool with you.
Yeah, because her meal ticket is with you. The moment she sees another meal ticket, she's jumping fence. Like, this is what goes right back into being a fucking provider, man, and it being a damn scam. If you aren't the only source for her to get everything that she wants and needs, she's going to fucking leave your ass. It's just that damn simple. But the problem is, she's looking around to see if there's somebody that she can leave you for. Hence the hypergamy. Why the fuck would you even want to put up with that shit? Why would you want to deal with a woman whose foot is already out the damn door? Why? Does that sound worth it? I gave you everything. I gave you my all. I put all of my time in. You hear it all the damn time. I gave you everything. But this guy had this and he had that. And then what she do? She opened her legs. He dumped her, flew her back home to your ass. Now you question if your children is yours or not. Like it's disgusting because it's like you're putting yourself. Because they say it's a position of power, right? Because you got to be the only man with the most fucking money. That's the position of power. I got all this damn money. I'm working. I'm doing all of this shit. I'm showing just how much of a man that I am. It's like trying to keep a fucking child. It's like trying to keep a child's attention, but they got ADHD. They ain't fucking paying attention to you all the damn time. They looking around. They're never fucking satisfied. That's the problem. They're never satisfied about that shit, man. I just listen to him explain this shit.
Especially if you have standards, boundaries, and you know how to stand on business like a grown ass man and not be doing no simping shit.
Yeah, you will have standards, boundaries, etc. But if your income ain't a certain level, well, I ain't gotta listen to no man who ain't making no money. Fuck the fact that she in your house eating your food that you provided to her. Fuck that. You know why? Because she feels that she found something better. It's the selfishness of woman that's the problem. It's not you. It's not you. She's there to leech off you, man. If you was just friends with somebody, as long as they was giving you something in the moment that they were unable to, or you found another friend that had more shit than the friend you was with and you stopped talking to the other, well, you be a piece of shit, right? You be an asshole, right? But it's okay when women do it. You're exchanging your money and your provision for pussy. Shit is prostitution. Glorified prostitution. But this is what being a man is, though, right?
She's not gonna act the fool with you.
Yeah, I gotta have money so that she doesn't act a fucking fool. So she don't be out here going buck wild and embarrassing me in front of everybody. Even though people with money is dealing with that shit too. Because there's always gonna be somebody else with more fucking money. Unless you pulling out Elon Musk numbers. But then he turns around and he says, well, there's broke men who get respect from their women. Sure. Sure.
Now,
But why are we making money an example if that's the case?
if you make from 150 to 200,000 and the men that's available to her make that same amount of money, she don't give a shit. She don't give a shit.
Yeah, she's not impressed anymore. Now you got to make millions to impress her again. You get where this is going, right?
You might be able to hold it down with her just with your masculine frame. You might be able to hold it down, but she don't really need you, nigga.
Yeah, it's a fool's errand. That's it. You're wasting your damn time, bro. You're wasting your fucking time.
So when you looking at these celebrity women that's with a guy that's worth 10 million and you say she's still acting a fool, you know why? because the other men that's available to her is worth 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. She still has an abundance of options. See, if you dealing with a woman that has a social circle of men that's worth 10 million, you got to be the nigga that's worth 100 million, 200 million. Now, some of you niggas gonna say, but angry man, that sounds like you trying to make a certain amount of money to impress women. No, what you're trying to do is you're trying to put yourself in a position to where you can have peace of mind. How much is peace of mind worth?
If you want to put yourself in a position to have peace of mind, instead of trying to work your ass off to quote unquote earn the respect, which you're not supposed to be earning such respect. She's supposed to be giving you that shit automatically. You're moving her into your fucking house. You didn't have to do that shit. She's supposed to be giving you fucking respect. You're not supposed to be competing with other men, hoping that she don't jump on their dick because she found out what their bank account is looking like. If you want to really have peace of mind, be fucking single. You won't even be dealing with that type of issue. You running a rat race, bro. Fighting hard. So what do? You beat your ass, beat your own ass up. Excuse me. Working these jobs. You finally got your dream off the ground, which she ain't gonna help you out with that shit. If you see my other video on that, you'll know why. That one chick, Molly, on Anton Daniels' show already talked about that shit. She said the quiet part out loud. You dusty in her eyes. If you broke and you got a business idea, they don't believe that you're going to achieve it. So you got to do it your damn self. Then you finally get it. You finally achieve it. Now she's coming along for the ride because you got money now. She's enjoying all of the fruits of your labor, even though she didn't put any fucking input into that shit at all. And then she gets bored, starts looking around. Such and such got this amount of money. Such and such doing this. This couple over here went on a trip. Now you gotta do all of that. Now you gotta bust your ass some more and get some more money coming in. You was content where you was at, but because she wasn't, you gotta do more. Then you go out, bust your ass even more. Now you a millionaire. You surrounded by millionaires. Now she looking at the billionaires. Do you get what I'm getting at? It's a never fucking ending cycle.
How much is peace of mind worth?
It's worth so much I stay single. Dead ass. Hell, I've even experienced where you was working so much that now you're not at home spending enough time. I've experienced that shit.
I ain't never seen a woman arguing with a brother in a Rolls Royce. Have you?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I've seen a Rolls Royce in person. I seen an S-Class. That man was by himself.
Have you? I haven't.
Yeah, the majority of the time, these rich dudes be buying these bitches out too. That's another thing. We don't know if they was married or he had that chick for the time being. We don't even know. I mean, Angry Man, I'm sure he knows. But me personally, knowing how these rich dudes move, they be having high end escorts, and they be doing all types of shit with them just because they got the money to. They ain't even trying to stay married.
It's kind of hard to be mad when everything's taken care of.
The problem is that she's never satisfied. That's the problem.
How did I learn this? How did I learn this? I learned this because when I was struggling, I realized it's easy for a chick to be mad, frustrated, and upset when nothing's taken care of. So I said, if it's that way on that end of the spectrum, then it's got to be the opposite on the other end of the spectrum. And guess what? I was fucking right. Now, it ain't just about the money. The money is a big part of it, but it ain't just about the money. You also have to move a certain way, operate a certain way. You got to be about your business. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And don't compromise what your beliefs are and what your standards are and set your fucking boundaries.
I got left for that shit. Look, man. Let's not even fucking beat around the damn bush. Fuck all this provider man shit. Fuck all this trying to keep masculine frame shit for these hoes out here. These women. You're doing all of this for chicks that have so many sexual encounters. It's not even fucking funny. You're wasting your damn time. You can't even call the bitch your own because she ain't a virgin. I'm making it as plain to you as fucking possible. She got some other dude she's attached to, and by the time you make all that damn money, the chick you trying to get with is so used to hopping from dick to dick that leaving you ain't gonna be no damn thing. That's why she got that wandering eye in the first place, because she ain't satisfied. That's why you need all that fucking money. And then she gonna hop on the next dude who got more fucking money. Stop wasting your time out here, man. I'm not against marriage. I'm not against relationships. The problem is the groundwork for it all has been destroyed. It's gone. You'll be lucky if you find a woman that actually just fucking respects you. Straight up. Even in the days of Solomon, when he wrote, "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing." I know a lot of y'all don't like hearing scriptures, but it's ironic how the Bible talks a lot about this types of stuff. It even tells women, one, not to withhold from their men, but what are they doing? Bunch of sexless marriages in both the church and the world. It tells women to do what? Respect their husbands. They don't do none of that shit. Especially your black woman, your black counterpart. They ain't doing none of that. It tells the men to love their women, right? Men be loving their women and then they be getting killed for it. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. That shit gets used against them in so many ways. It's ridiculous. Especially with these divorce court laws and the way that family court works. When you get married and you become the provider man, you're laying your own head at the gallows. And you just gotta trust that she don't let go of the rope. It's that damn simple. Oh, you made enough today. You did enough today, sweetie. I'm satisfied for today. For now. I love you for right now. And then one day she wake up, you know what? I don't think I want to do this no more. There goes your head. Gone. Everything you worked for, gone. It's the women that want all this bullshit. 'Cause there's plenty of men who will get an apartment, get a good paying job, a nice game system, some food in their belly, and they content. But you big provider man though, right? Even though I see all these men that provide and they miserable because they penny pension and gotta worry about several mouths to feed and get no appreciation. Zilch. Zero. And then they women get online and talk about what they lack because she ain't living the celebrity lifestyle that she wants to live. That's what this shit is really about. I ain't even gonna beat around the bush on that shit. I, I'm I get so tired of men saying that their women are acting up because they ain't doing some shit. You got cheated on because you was fucking up. Really? Really? You wasn't hitting it right. You wasn't, your money wasn't right. Somebody else was. Why the fuck did she allow herself? Because women control access to box. I'm just gonna be honest here. They control the access to the sex. She could have said no and kept it pushing, but she decided not to. And you find out that she was holding resentment against you, which is why she fucking cheated in the first place. But you was providing for her. None of that shit matters. I listen to women complain all the damn time about what the man ain't doing around the damn house. And it'd be a big ass house. He paying all the bills. Why the fuck is she complaining? It's taken care of. She mad she gotta raise some damn kids. But you had them. I could go on forever about this shit. I have several videos saying the same damn thing over and over again. And then when you look at the economy and you look at how shit was set up for you to fail. So not only are you set up to fail, but you're getting beaten up because you ain't accomplished everything yet. And your own woman can't even respect you and you're expected to provide for these motherfuckers. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I made up my mind personally that I was through. I'm done. I ain't had sex 2 years. I'm celibate. Fuck all that shit. All right. It ain't worth it. As a matter of fact, in my mindset now, like dealing with women, the only thing I was thinking about was hitting. Not saying that I carried it out, but I ain't looking for no relationship no more. And I realized that at that point, you know what? This ain't for me. So I'm chilling now. Celibate. Chilling. Fuck that provider shit. You will be miserable. You won't have time to do the shit you want to do. Not until you get those millions. And then it's going to be about how much time you spending. Fucking Judge Mathis' woman was married for 39 years and then she was threatening divorce. He provided everything. But you know, the wandering eye, I see more over here. That grass is greener on the other side shit, but she don't want to pour into the man that she got. And we talking about what niggas ain't doing because of what the women say. I don't give a fuck what these women say. A lot of it is either loaded, skewed, narcissistic. I know that word gets thrown around all the damn time, but it fits in this situation. It's just a bunch of bullshit. They either ain't telling the whole thing or they just straight up lying. She mad one day, she happy another day. Their emotions is all over the fucking place. That shit is not a reliable source. You look at the stats, men are winning financially. But even then, that's not enough. What about the fact that a lot of these chicks be coming into the relationships with other niggas' kids too? I gotta provide for all they kids? For real? Get out of here, man. And if you think it ain't happening, there's a bunch of single mothers that say that they don't want to deal with no dude that got kids. They just want to deal with single men who don't have children, which is wild to me. If I had a kid, I'm not finna try to bring in some new chick to try to help me raise my child when she ain't even get the chance to decide if she would like to have a child of her own yet. That's not fair to her. So why the fuck is it that men gotta do it? Once again, you provider man. Fuck all that shit, man. Now, dealing with the politics here and his initial talk about black men putting black women on a pedestal, I agree with that 100%. Is when we start talking about men not taking care of their women, black men not taking care of their women, not providing. And then you realize that it is simply because they ain't making six figures. So she can't have the lifestyle that she wanted. That's essentially what it is. Granted, I ain't finished the live stream. Maybe he corrects that later on. Who knows? But I had to put my input in it. Get this out to the world so they'll know, like, look, bro, you ain't the problem. There's men that moved overseas and realized how different shit was. In America, the game is rigged against you, bro. That don't mean don't try. That don't mean don't go. But we were comparing at one point. Sorry, let me. We were comparing at one point women twerking to men making six figures. I want to see if I can find that part.
And stand by them shits. Being a grown ass man is the cake. The money is the icing on that motherfucker.
But
Comes from the.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate cake. I only like the icing on it. As a matter of fact, whatever. Fuck it.
Comforting knowing it's there. Or it's there.
Point in case, and he even made this point. Just your masculine ain't enough. She want that fucking money because you're paying for her.
You ever look? Matter of fact, let me. I'm gonna ask Kai this because I know how stuff that you're content just being at home. Places. Ever go so many places. The reason why a lot of these dudes got a woman nagging them about going on trips and doing this and doing that, because they don't never do shit.
Yeah. And fuck her. Who gives a shit?
See, these niggas with no damn idea. You get a dry ass and you left unsatisfied. Damn lecture about something.
All right,
Always up on YouTube trying to get somebody a damn lecture about something.
Here we go. I think this is the part.
Always trying to get somebody a lecture about something. Yo, let me read these. He said, thanks for the first bit. Y'all might not know this, but before he blew up, because I had the standard before. This is what he said. He said, yo, not only does it work, you could already be in a relationship and you can apply to the next one. Shout out to 3 Man, appreciate it. 29 said all that glue she using to hold that wig on her. Shout out to TS when it for your 5.
Where was the part where he was talking about the compare
so many health problems and lose of the exact. Shout out to Boris. He said you cooking on the hibachi grill to experience. Said for the show. Shout out to Big. I don't know why. Look, this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing.
Oh yeah, that actually no, that was a side note. About Trump, what he was doing for the native community, for all my native friends out there. I think they brought it up. I can get back to that part. It is a lot of shit, and I didn't timestamp none of this. I literally just got home and just started fucking recording.
Shout out to Dark Power. Dino. Y'all might not know this, but before he blew up,
He's talking about Kevin Samuels.
He said, yo, not only does it work with a woman and having issues, and you can apply this shit and it'll fix it. On to the next one. Music ate up. I man up. Said burned up her brain. Said salute to you. Shout out to Facts. Shout out to Alex. Brothers. Shout out to Pop. Would have Jerome said, what's up? Good. Look, where I'm to the point now where, hold on, shout out to my man Errand. He said Trump is such a racist. He's got RFK focusing on why Native American and black people have so many health problems. And he wants to cut the native reservations loose from federal ownership and deed them actual ownership of the reservations as in title deed. Such a racist.
Yeah, so essentially he's giving Native Americans ownership of their land. No, it's not federal ownership anymore. And he has RFK looking into the health issues of minorities. Funny. But y'all hated Trump so damn much. And some hated me for supporting him. Crazy. Even though he's doing shit for black people and native people. And some of y'all gonna say it's not enough, but whatever.
Exactly.
That's a whole nother side note.
Exactly.
Where's that part?
Appreciate it. I don't know why they think I don't know why. Look, this is the funny thing. If Kamala Harris didn't gonna win, she could get, let me tell you, her supremacy, see that, and white person really think that, right? And here's the thing with me. Y'all know I believe in marriage. It's the only is you have to have an intact family unit. As I've saw the breakdown of getting married, marrying women who are a particular type of woman. Right? So women that are faithful, women that are loyal, women that are intelligent, women that are classy.
Intelligent, yeah, we got plenty of intelligent women, but faithful and loyal, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Women that represent themselves well.
It's hard pressed to find that shit too.
Of protection and provision. When they talk about you niggas lacking.
All right, here we are.
They're not completely wrong.
No, they're fucking false as shit.
They're not completely wrong.
They're false as shit, and everything they're saying is loaded.
There's a lot of you niggas that be lacking, and you be the main ones.
Oh, here we go.
Jump up here.
Here we go.
And start giving other men lectures and start trying to defend black women. That's what be so funny to me.
Okay, nah, never mind. I'm not defending black women. And my lectures to other men ain't even to try to control you. You can fucking take everything I say and just call me bitter and say fuck off and not even bother with the video. You can do that. That's all. That's completely up to you. I don't wish anything bad on you. If you find a relationship and that shit works out and you want to throw that shit in my face, go ahead, man. Do what you got to do. Whatever works for you. I'm just speaking from my experiences and the things that I have observed. Just saying.
You got niggas defending black women that ain't married to black women.
What does that got to do with anything?
You got niggas defending black women that don't take care of black women.
And what is that? Okay. And what does he mean by that? Don't take care of? Because I've just talked about how you could be busting your ass for this bitch, and she still will go online and talk about you like a dog. So what does he mean not taking? The only way I can see a man at just not taking care of his woman is if he's leaving her ass for dead. He's leaving her homeless. That's the only way I could see a man not taking care of his woman.
So here we are yet again with symbolism over substance. Symbolism over substance. So much in your actual life. What do you Yeah, like you got these individuals that they want to make it seem like for instance, you got Dr. Umar Johnson
Oh man,
running around here running his mouth about black women. Why he ain't married to one?
he got 2 pregnant. He got 2 of them pregnant. I'm sure he knows why. I'm sure, man. We already know why he ain't married to one. No, let's stop. That shit is difficult. That shit is difficult. She would be beautiful as shit, but that mouth. She'd be fine as fuck, but that mouth, that attitude, that shit ain't even a stereotype. That shit really is out here happening.
Why he ain't if everybody is if everybody is lying about the temperament of the average American black woman, why are so many of them single?
He's right about that. You know, I was trying to find that part where we were discussing because he was saying that he was making a correlation between men telling the women to not twerk and to not present themselves a certain way, while at the same time, women saying that, you know, you should be making 6 figures. He says the same thing because we're both telling the other person to do something that'll benefit them. But my response to that is that she only wants you to make 6 figures because she's fucking selfish. That's it. She wants it because she knows that she's going to benefit off you making the 6 figures, which is why they want rich men so damn bad, because they want to fucking benefit off you. Meanwhile, when a man is telling a woman to not twerk, to not be whores out here, to not be sluts, well, one is so you can make yourself presentable. Okay, even if I or those men who say it won't marry you, somebody else will. You will eventually have a family. You'll eventually be in the house of a man that actually loves you and sees you as nothing more. He's not looking at you like a slut because you don't present yourself like a slut. You get what I mean? Now, I also was saying that the correlation is not even a fucking saying, because asking a woman to not be a whore is not as difficult as asking a man to make 6 figures. Making 6 figures is a task that takes years to complete. Meanwhile, twerking is a simple behavioral change. You know what I mean? Is it really that difficult? Does it take years and years of hard labor and work and properly placing yourself in the right spots to not be a whore, if it's that damn difficult, then I don't think you should be married in the first place. But it is what it is. I've been on here rambling for way too damn long. I've been ranting. You probably don't even want to hear me talk. I did get your memo. I got you guys' memo about the fucking post that I did, poll I did. So where I'm at now, it seems that you want me to play Naruto. Wow. Look, every game on here I'm going to play, but I'll drop some Naruto content. I just gotta figure out how I'm going to make it entertaining. Because I'm just on here tired as fuck just playing the damn game. It's not going to be fun for anybody. And I'm going to be blunt. If I am playing Naruto, I'm going to shit on your favorite characters. So if you don't want to hear that, then you may not like it. Also, I do have a new graphics card now, so I want to see if Sekiro actually works. Because if it does, I'm going to start live streaming that shit regardless of what this poll says. And I'm not going to stop playing any fucking Virtua Fighter. And I'm every day on the brink of not playing Melee. So there we are with that shit. But anyway, I'm done. Peace.